del amor me da el
Recording in progress.
poder. Y la rueda del amor la paz. Y la rueda del amor me da el poder. Y la rueda del amor la paz.
Can we do it one more time without the drum?
Somos un círculo dentro de un círculo, sin principio ni final. Somos un círculo dentro de un círculo, sin principio ni final. El viento me da impulso, el agua a mí me cambia, el fuego me da vida, la tierra sanación. El viento me da impulso, el agua a mí me cambia, el fuego me da vida, la tierra sanación. Y la rueda del amor me da el poder, y la rueda del amor la paz. Y la rueda del amor me da el poder, y la rueda del amor la paz. Giving thanks to the coming together of this circle, this family, this tribe. I love how many different opportunities we have to create circle in different forms, different beings showing up. And this is one way in which we hope to be able to stay connected and stay committed to this work and being able to stay current, really. Stay current, stay connected. And as my teacher Yogi Raj would say, current, connected, and clear. So these are kind of the three aspects of being in a circle of community that we are sharing with on a weekly basis. So this is part of our intention, is to stay current, clear, and connected. So thank you for being here with us. It really makes it way more fun to develop a circle more than two people.
Two people does not make a circle.
It's true. And we just finished our moon dance in March, and so this was one of the songs we sang on the drum, and it's one of the first songs that we sing in the air element. And it's also about like drawing upon the elements, but also about our ancestors, because it's in the direction of the north. And so the energy of this particular song is to bring in the community that is seen and unseen. So we have this particular community here that we can see each other, we can connect, but then also recognizing that in all that we do, there's the unseen realm that's affecting us and supporting us. So calling upon the spirit realm, calling upon Great Spirit, our own spirit guides, the energetic field, the field of wisdom of the earth and the sky, and knowing that all of these elements and energies are here with us. So anytime we form a circle and specifically pray and call in these energies, I trust that they're here with us and that they're here to support the way in which we are able to be current, connected, and clear. So opening up our hearts and trusting that there's something within each of us that is being supported on a greater level than what might be seen or felt on the physical. So inviting those energies in as well in this moment to support us in this connection in our circle.
Oh. Okay. So I just wanted to give a little introduction as to kind of our vision or our intention for what we're doing here and why and how and all the fun things like that.
In this chat that Kobe's using, you can feel free to jot in there anything that you're wanting to share. I see a couple people have already made some messages, so that's a great way for us to communicate as well.
So our intention for this call is really to continue connection with our community. I think something that happens a lot with our friends and family that come down and work with us, they go back home and then we kind of like lose touch with them, and then we see them pop up on the Zoom call and it makes us so happy. So this is something that really just to stay connected more than anything. So we're basically making a commitment to our community to have a 1 hour Zoom call every week. What exactly will be happening on that Zoom call, we'll figure out. The structure will kind of form over time. we have ideas, but we're also really open to this being kind of an organic creation process. So really primary intention is to just see all your beautiful faces and create connection and find out what's current in your lives and check in and, you know, give everybody a place to feel seen and heard and supported. Something that we hear a lot is when people go back home, they oftentimes don't have that kind of that sangha, that spiritual community to support them back wherever they are. So this is an attempt to help support in that way. As well as to share content. We will, you know, do our best to be sharing whatever's present on our minds and in our hearts. Not just kind of what we're offering, but you know what is interesting and relevant in our collective effort to awaken, to level up, to continue our growth. So in that vein and on that note, the first bit of content that we'll be sharing in the coming weeks will be a chakra meditation course, which we've put together and we've put onto an online platform called The Circle, as Ananda was talking about. So for people who are interested in participating and taking the chakra course, the first step would be getting into The Circle. The Circle is the name of our community on a platform that's called School. So the way that works is I'll share a link, and anybody who's interested clicks the link, puts in the email and password, and boom, gets access to the Circle, where we put all of our content. So the two parts of this is our weekly Zoom call and the Circle, the online community where all the content is stored. So for those of you who are just finishing the microdosing course, you're very familiar with it. For those who are not, it's really simple, and I'll do a shared screen so that you can see what that looks like. So it's not too scary. It's quite easy. Yeah, so I'll share that link now. So you can grab it from the message section and maybe put it into your browser, whether you go through the signing up process now or not. Maybe do it after the call, because the next thing I have is to go into School and show you what it looks like. But first I have to figure out how to share my screen. It's just that. Oh, we love you, Zoom. Could I just get let's see, a thumbs up from Luca if you can see my screen? No. I'm not gonna, nobody. You are screen sharing. Come on, give me a thumbs up, Luca. You can't see my screen? Yes.
I can see the screen.
I just had to press a button. I had to press
Got it.
yeah, that was my bad.
Great, no problem. So once you've signed up for School, which should just be a name and a password, this is the first thing you'll see, is a page that looks like this, without this chat on the bottom. Okay. The community is where the forum is held, and where you don't really need to look here so much, just because you'll be going, at least for the first couple of weeks, because you'll be going directly into the chakra course. So the chakra course is held inside this classroom tab. And within the classroom, there's a bunch of different things going on that you can check out. Our last microdosing course is stored here. There's a 28-day mindfulness meditation course. We'll probably do it in a guided way and held way sometime in the future. But for the moment, we wanted to start with the chakra meditation course because it will be leading into Choose Joy course, which is Ananda can talk a little bit more about, but it's very, it integrates the chakras into the Choose Joy content. So it's really nice to have gone through kind of a held experiential meditation chakra where you're actually feeling the chakras, not just learning about them. And you're actually experiencing the sensations of each chakra and feeling the energetics of it before we go deeper and deeper into the philosophy in the Choose Joy course. So that's why that's the inspiration behind why we thought it would be a good place to start. So again, under classroom, then you go into chakras. and I wanted to share some things within this course. So on the left-hand side, you have kind of all the content structured, starting with the forum. If anything comes up and you want to share anything during the chakra meditation course, this is a great place to share it, because then it can live online in the course. And a lot of times, if you have something coming up, or if you have a thought or a feeling or a question, other people will in the future as well. So it's a nice place to just kind of collectively share our thoughts around the course and what's coming up for you. So that's the first thing that you see here.
And I think this kind of serves as an alternative to like a WhatsApp group.
Yeah, it's like a WhatsApp group very specifically for this course.
Or any of the offerings that are in here.
They all start with a course forum.
Yeah.
So then under that, you see on the left-hand side, getting started. And in the getting started, you have the course schedule, how it kind of fits into the coming weeks, where you see today, April 18th, is this preparation Zoom call with Kobananda. And then tomorrow would start day one. So then you would come down here to day one tomorrow and read, or at the very bottom, listen to this intro to chakras. Ananda has narrated it. So it's all audio, and then some of it's written, but it's all audio. It's really intended to be primarily an audio-based course. So you have these introduction, a lesson, and a meditation on Muladhara. So you can see back in the course schedule, in the syllabus. We'll get to that next. So tomorrow you do day one, and then day two, and then day three, and then day four, and then day five, and then day six. And then we'll have another phone call kind of halfway through the course, 1 week from today, where we'll again have a chance to share with one another about what's current in our lives and how the meditation process is going, and receive some content from Kobananda. And then we do another week of chakra meditations. And then we have another Zoom call. This one's going to be with a special guest. We're going into Mexico, which we'll have a chance to talk about a little later, for a pilgrimage. So we won't be available that day, but our goal is still to try to keep this phone call going, even when we're not available. So we'll have a special guest, to be determined who will hold that phone call, that Zoom call, and like that, we'll keep going. And then days 15 and 16, the course ends, and then the following week, we'll have a information call on Choose Joy. So it'll be the same call, the same time, same place, but the content will be about Choose Joy for those who might be interested in joining. Yeah. So that's kind of how the schedule goes. And then you'll see a syllabus. This is kind of what we have available every day down below. So as we were looking at earlier, under day one, we have an introduction to chakras, the lesson on Muladhara chakra, and the meditation on Muladhara chakra. Yeah, so that's pretty intuitive. I've yet to finish building out the course, so I've only done the first 3 days. In the next couple of days, I'll finish building it out so that the over here on the left will look like the syllabus here on the right.
And the general flow and structure for the chakra course is that one day you'll be doing, you'll have the introduction to that chakra with a guided meditation by me. And the next day you'll be guided into a self-guided meditation, meaning I'll give you some clues or some cues into like, these are the few things about this chakra, especially the seed syllable, the bija mantra, and just kind of leave you there. So it's only a short, like maybe 5-6 minute intro of me guiding you into that. And then it becomes your self-guided meditation. So second day is always kind of a building of that first day, but a bit more on your own and seeing where you can take it without my voice, but your voice or your own input kind of guiding it, as well as questions for reflection and some practices that will be on that second day. So after 2 days, that should be like the closing of that first chakra, and then we move on to the next one. So this was, I think, originally a
16 days.
16-day course. Yeah,
it is.
Yeah,
16.
So it's the 7 chakras, 2 days each, and then must be an intro and an ending.
And then finally, there's this course orientation. And so whenever you see all these words in here, just scroll to the bottom, and there will also be an audio file of Ananda narrating all these words. So it's your choice whether you want to read the words or listen to the words or both. So that's the circle in a nutshell. I'm gonna stop the share. Does that make sense though? I think the best thing to do is to click that link, sign up for an account, and just poke around. And if you have any questions, feel free to WhatsApp us. But it should be fairly intuitive and fairly self-guided. And if you aren't able to, stick exactly to pace and you fall a little behind, it's understandable. Life happens, and sometimes we don't get to always do our meditation practice every day, and that's totally fine too. Very important to not stress out about anything. It's all good. I also have, there's a WhatsApp group I'd love for you guys to join, which is really something we found is that even though there are those forums inside the circle, WhatsApp seems to be a faster, easier way to connect with everybody. So I'm going to put the WhatsApp group in the Zoom, the chat. And it's a nice, easy way to just let you guys know about upcoming phone calls or upcoming offerings or upcoming courses or anything that's going on in the circle, any content that we have to put there. So give me a moment, I'll put that in the chat.
And I'm just curious, because some of you have taken other courses with us, and we've actually never done it in this form where we've started to use the circle as a platform. And being able to have weekly meetings, I feel like is going to be a bit more, feel more collective. In the past, we've put out some of our meditation courses and it's just you're on your own at your own pace. So I'm curious who's feeling an interest in this. It's, if it feels like something that you are ready to, wanting to jump into. And I know you can do it at any time, but this is the time where we're going to be there every week meeting with you to review and to check in. And it just feels exciting to me. So I'm wondering if people are feeling like this is something they want to do, specifically related to the chakras right now. If the forum and this method or this way of meeting feels good. Yeah, just kind of wanted to check in to see how that is landing, because it's new for us to be putting it out in this way as well. And we've so far only done our microdosing course on this forum, and it's worked out really well. But we want to keep it going. So seeing how you guys feel it, and I'm sure it's a free course, and it's like really just for us a way to stay connected and also a way to keep providing new interesting content or things that are going to support other offerings that we'll be creating. So any thoughts, any feelings, any excitements? Yeah, Luca.
Sounds really interesting. I'm interested. I'm interested.
All right.
It's very exciting. I think it's a great idea. You guys are geniuses. That's what I think.
Are you excited about the content of chakras, or excited about just the meetings on a weekly basis, or maybe a combo?
The idea of a weekly meeting is very exciting.
Great. Yeah,
Yeah.
for us too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I also am very a fan of chakras and the depth that they add to life. So that's also exciting.
Cool. Thanks, Luca. Stuart, wow. Haven't seen you for ages. So good to see you.
Hi there, Ananda.
Hi.
Yeah, thanks for keeping me on your list and sending the invitation. And this is a good time for me. I'm trying to structure my meditation a little more. Like, I'm just not doing it. So, and then, yeah, I think I was also kind of excited. I mean, the chakras is real basic stuff that we learned many years ago, but I think it would be good for me to check in, and see like, yeah, like which one, how do they feel, so thank you. Yeah. And it's kind of, I'm excited to reconnect and, yeah, kind of maybe catch up a little bit with what y'all are doing, like, 15 years later.
Exactly. Never too late. We're always connected. I love it. Yeah, thank you for showing up. Yeah, and I do think that the work with the chakras, because for a lot of people it is review or it's basic, and at the same time I feel like just bringing our awareness and our attention to them every week is going to, or every day actually in this case, is really going to help us use them as a tool for healing, a tool for assessment, checking in, where in our physical body are we feeling something and how might that be related to an imbalance on the chakra or energetic level. And it just becomes something that is a go-to for us, once we start bringing it into our daily practice or our conscious way of connecting with these chakras, then becomes something that isn't so forced. It's just, I feel something in my throat and it's like, oh, maybe that's not just a sore throat coming on. Maybe that's something I need to look at as to where I might not be speaking my truth, where I might be kind of holding back in the things that I'm feeling. Maybe I'm nervous about something I have to say, but it's rather than bypassing it or just considering it to be on the physical level. I think the chakras bring us that broader scope of understanding of emotional, mental, and spiritual as well. So hopefully it becomes more of a lifestyle, the way in which we start to work with these chakras. And my hope also is that it provides a foundational base for people to have an understanding of the chakras well enough to be able to enter into Choose Joy with me, because that uses the chakras in a bit more in-depth psychological developmental way. So I feel like it's nice to have this basis before going into that work, which is a bit more cyclical in nature with the chakras instead of just linear. Um, More on that later, but that's really my greatest passion right now is, well, one of them is holding that course because it feels like it's the culmination of a lot of my work over the last, I don't know, 15 years or so. And then my teacher, Yogi Raj, who passed about 12 years ago, bringing in what he calls reflexive integration, which is the spiral nature of the chakras. And then pairing that with some of the concepts that work with each of the chakras as we move up and through them. And the idea is really that the lower chakras are much more dense. So we're coming back and revisiting those. So we spend a bit more time with the lower chakras and seeing them from a new perspective once we've gone through the upper chakras. So it's a bit more of a spiral nature. And it's just, to me, one of the ways in which we can see differently the challenges, the things that get stuck in those lower chakras. We can start to see them from a lighter perspective when we bring the upper chakras and the heart down to them. It starts to expose them in a different way. And so that's part of this lifetime of work that I feel is really one of the things that I'm here and called to offer. So I feel excited about kind of letting this be the foundation for that next level of understanding and depth in this work.
Maybe would you like to do a little introduction on the chakras, just to whet their appetite?
Yeah. And just to finish that question, I guess, if there's anything else anyone wants to share about how they're feeling, where they are in their process, or how they're feeling about stepping into this kind of work at this time, personally.
Or do it, babe.
Okay. Mhm. So let's take a moment, then we'll just drop in for a quick scan. And so if you're not already, I invite you to find your comfortable seat. Allow yourself to ground in from the roots, from the base of your spine. And as you find this seat and find this alignment, you may feel free to or want to close your eyes. Soften through the forehead, the cheeks, the head, the jaw, the throat, the mouth, and the shoulders. And let all the weight start to draw down toward that first chakra, grounding into the earth. And just scanning the energy here as you drop in consciously. Notice if it feels like there's any anything in the way of you and the earth, anything that is keeping you from the grounding, this level of safety, connection, security. See if you can let your weight drop in a bit more. And if there's anything that feels like it might be stagnant or needing to move in the space, gently counterclockwise draw your hand out and away from that chakra, bringing it up toward the face as you inhale, and exhale, blowing it away, releasing out any excess energy that's not needed at this moment. Inhaling up to Father Sky, and as we exhale, just feel yourself bringing all the light, all the beauty, this light of consciousness down into that first chakra, reassessing, reigniting this space, connecting to our families, our home, our tribe, feeling secure, feeling held, feeling a sense of belonging, letting that anchor stay solid within you as you draw your energy up to your second chakra. Maybe you even place your hand over your sacral center, below the belly button, and you feel into your own sensuality, your ability to sense through all of your sensory experiences, noticing your own sexual organs here, your reproductive organs, feeling what stimulates you, feeling what brings you gratification, what brings you pleasure. And noticing this chakra that allows us to relate to all things, all beings, all experiences. If there's anything that feels that it might be in the way of you connecting to your senses, to other beings, to making these deeper connections to your own pleasurable experience, to your own self-gratification, start to draw that out counterclockwise, taking it out from that second chakra, inhaling as the hand comes up, and exhaling, releasing, letting it go. Drawing from the light of the sky, the light of consciousness, and bringing that energy back down to fill in the space that you've just released from the second chakra, sealing it in. And feeling that sense of security from your first chakra and connection here in your second chakra, bringing your hand up to the third chakra at the solar plexus. Start to notice the fire here. This is the space in which we start to find our own passion, our motivation, our initiation, that which we want to create, the feeling of our own confidence, our self-esteem being able to guide us. Just notice where there might feel a lack of confidence, any sense of insecurity, any sense of that fire maybe burning out a bit. And start to counterclockwise, draw anything that might be in the way of your fire burning brightly out and away from the body. As you inhale, bringing the hand up toward the face, and exhale, release it. Extending the hand up to the sky, the light of the sun, the moon, the stars, all of consciousness coming down to draw that hand back into the solar plexus, filling yourself with light, knowing that you have everything that you need for your own initiations, for your own projects, your own passions, to fulfill the gifts that you've been given. Seal this energy in, and from that place of fire, let the hand rise up into the heart, taking a deep breath in here, and exhale through the mouth, letting go. Connecting to the heart center, the center of love and compassion, breathing in again. Feel how much more love you can take in, and exhale. Breathe that compassion out to all beings. Breathe that compassion out to this circle, to the energetic beings that are here, the physical beings, seen and unseen. And as you rest your hand here at the heart, feel into your own ability to bring in the sense of compassion for all things, all experiences, starting with yourself right now with this hand placed here. See how much more compassion you can have for yourself. forgiveness, love, gratitude, and trust. If there's anything in the way, start to counterclockwise draw that energy out. Anything that might feel stagnant in the heart, anything that's not allowing you to feel fully loved or to give your love fully, freely, slowly draw that out. Inhale as the hand comes up and exhale, let it go. Release it with the breath and draw the hand up overhead, calling upon the light of our guides of Great Spirit to draw back into the heart the fullness of your being, sealing that energy in and bowing to your own heart with gratitude. Taking a deep breath here and letting the hand rise up to the throat. As you hold your hand on your throat, feel the sense of your ability to communicate, to express, to be clear, to be true, to be present with your words, trusting in the divine guidance, trusting in your ability to listen, to be silent, to open up to creative possibilities. And just notice where it might be stagnant here, where the throat might be locked, held, shut down in some ways, where you haven't been fully true. Start to draw that energy out counterclockwise. Know that you are your own best healer. See that energy moving out. Draw it up toward the face as you inhale. And with a big exhalation, let it go. Releasing with gratitude, drawing the energy up overhead. And from the light of Father Sky, Taitayinti, Father Sun, draw the energy into the throat that is that of pure light. This chakra Vishuddha, the word is purification, great purity. Feel pure light resonating here at the fifth chakra, sealing it in, and then gently drawing the hand up toward the third eye, perhaps placing it over your third eye at the forehead between the eyebrows. Taking a nice deep breath in here and feeling connected to your own inner wisdom. Breathing out, trusting that what you have to offer this world is from this place of clarity. Feel your own perception, your own intuition. And notice if there's anything in the way of you in this light of knowing, this part of you that already knows your yes, already knows your no. Start to slowly unwind any energy that doesn't serve your highest good for understanding your own inner wisdom, starting to draw that out and away from the forehead, from the third eye, connecting to your own inner guidance even more as you create more space, inhaling and exhale. Release it. Draw the hand up overhead and slowly start to draw that light of consciousness into the forehead, pressing it in, sealing it in, knowing again that you have everything that you need to trust your own guidance, to trust your own perception here at Ajna. This inner awareness sealed in. As we feel complete in this chakra, we slowly draw the hand up to the crown, Sahasrara chakra, our chakra that connects us to our own spiritual self, our higher wisdom, our Atman, our Brahman, the energy that connects heart to spirit. As we feel into this chakra, we notice if there's anywhere that feels disconnected, anywhere that feels that we are not able to find that divine perfect alignment or to see from this perspective of an awakened state where everything is already in perfection. When the mind gets in the way, when the thoughts get in the way, we ask for more awakening, for our own self-realization. If there's anything there that feels blocked at this moment, start to counterclockwise draw it out and away. Anything in the way of your own self-realization, of your understanding, of your connection to the divine. Slowly drawing the hand down toward the mouth as you inhale. Exhale, let it go, the deep breath. Whoosh. Bringing the hand up overhead, drawing it down, connecting to the crown, the sense of oneness to all that is. your sense of you as divinity, union with the divine, yoga, yoking, this idea of coming together as one. Seal this into the crown of the head now, and then slowly releasing that hand down as we let both hands rise up overhead, taking the hands up and feeling the energy from the base all the way through the tips of the fingers, from the earth to the sky, knowing that you are this channel of light. You are this pillar of light. Feel the energy radiating down and lifting up. And slowly start to close out each of these chakras, letting the hands float down through your energetic centers at your own pace, knowing that you are filled with more light now, radiating intensified light. This light is here to consume any darkness, any misalignments, and transmuting it into light, giving yourself permission to know this as your truth, as the energy grounds all the way back down into the earth, feeling yourself as this living fountain of light, purified, cleansed, clear, current, and connected. Bringing the hands to the heart, sealing in this work, this practice, this prayer for our connection to divinity and truth. With gratitude and light for this body of work, with gratitude for the tradition of yoga, the tradition of this union with the divine from which this understanding of the chakras come. We thank you. I thank Yogi Raj, my teacher, for showing me the pathway through the chakras, the cycle of liberation. Aho.
Oh.
Aho, fam. Welcome back.
Well, that was nice.
Good.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
How do you guys feel? Any shifts in your energy? Anything you noticed? It's nice to do a quick scan, even that short, just to kind of see where there might be blockages at the moment so that we can start to focus on that in our day. Anyone feel any different than they did before we went into that little cleanse? I see some smiles, just not sure what that means. Probably means yeah. Great. Yeah. Anyone want to jump in and share what they might be feeling? I saw some thumbs up maybe from Hannah or Carrie or who's out there?
I'll share.
Yeah.
Never afraid. So I think what brought up for me was I can tell that my sacral and my solar plex needs some help. And after you did bringing the light back down, I just felt like like I was a sponge pushing out all of the dirt so that the light could come in. It was really cool. And I feel a lot more clear-headed, more energy for sure. I was a little tired, but now I'm feeling it coming back. So thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Great. Love that. I feel like the energy flow does happen more readily once we start to consciously clear those spaces. It just, we clear the channels, the nadis that connect to the chakras, then we clear the chakras, and then we clear the sushumna, the space that runs up through the spine. And it's just, they're naturally connected. We clear one, it opens up the next, and then we clear the chakras and it opens up the whole of the sushumna. So that makes sense. Feeling lighter. Thanks, Roxanne.
I can also share.
Yay.
Hi.
Hey.
Yeah, I feel like super calm and peaceful. Like I'm also a bit tired, but like also like in the end, especially like the closing of all it, I can really feel like I really could feel how they are now more connected than they were before, and this is why like I'm more connected again with all of them than I was before, and that's why I feel also more peaceful, because it's like all in one line again. Yeah, and the part, I don't remember which chakra it was, but when we were saying about the yes and the no's and this intuition and everything, it resonated a lot. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks for sharing.
Yeah. Everything's back in order again. Yay.
Mhm.
That is how it works. We just have to do it more often. Keep reordering, remembering. Beautiful. Maybe one more share. Thanks for the notes also in the chat. That's helpful to see how you're feeling.
Yeah, I definitely felt with the throat and third eye specifically, just yeah, that's where a lot is for me. I hold yeah, a lot more needs to be cleared, I guess. And was just like feeling really just thankful and more grounded through this time. So grateful.
Thanks, Osborne. Yeah, it's nice to just get a quick, like, oh yeah, it's here and here. Okay, now I got to go focus on that. Or at least keep my awareness on that, as I start to speak or trust or like notice lack of trust in my intuition. Like just now having it up for you is going to be that much more beneficial, just to be able to see it, catch it more regularly, and notice where you might be able to bring more light to it so that it's more free flowing. And some of it is just that's it, just bring in that light and instantaneously something can shift. And some of it's homework and practice, and then seeing how it manifests and how we can change some of our patterns and behaviors to keep it from, going back into those more closed states. Yeah. Well,
My overwhelming.
I felt called to.
Go ahead, Lana.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I felt called to walk on the grass.
nice.
So beautiful outside. Look at this.
Where are you?
I moved to Dallas, Texas recently. So this is where I'm at.
Yeah. Go get your feet on the earth. Great
Right.
idea.
First chakra right there.
My feeling was what a way to start the day. Like if you do a little practice like that every morning, then how could you feel any differently than how could you have anything but a great day? Yeah. Which means that for the next 16 days,
you get to have great days.
We get 16 great days.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing that, Ananda.
You're welcome.
So just I just wanted to share really quickly, kind of getting current with you guys about our lives, kind of what's been going on with Kobananda and where we are. We basically just finished our season. The season in Guatemala kind of runs from November through April, and we just had an inipi ceremony, like a temazcal, a sweat lodge. And we came out of it and kind of occurred to us that that's it for our season. And it was this amazing moment where as much as we love the work we do and to hold the spaces and hold these containers and do hold all these ceremonies, that coming to the end of the season was like a really big high five moment of celebration. We're leaving tomorrow to go to our third sweat lodge in 1 week. That's my personal record. And these are like extremely intense sweat lodges where it's really uncomfortable. It's hard, it's challenging. It pushes all of my edges, at least. Everybody goes through a death process except for Ananda, and she's sitting there, banging the drum, being like, "Sit up, you wimps! Come on, let's go." So I don't know how she does it, but they're very intense, kind of challenging death processes. And the whole idea is that we're going into the womb of the mother, we're going through our death process, and then being reborn again. So we have one more the day after tomorrow to go celebrate a really dear friend of ours' birthday. But he's holding the space, so we really feel like we're in a nice spot of a couple weeks of decompression and relaxation, and really real profound rest is our intention. Because after 2 weeks of rest, we're going to set out on a voyage into the deserts of Mexico. I know Luca is coming. Osborne, Mexico pilgrimage.
Oh, I wish.
Come on, slay queen.
Life is yeah, that's not gonna work right now,
That's
unfortunately.
okay. The
We'll see you in Peru.
yeah, the generally people who come to our Peru pilgrimage is who we've invited to come to the Mexico pilgrimage. So it's kind of, I don't want to say level 1, level 2, because that's not quite right, but we're opening up the Mexico pilgrimage to those who have done the Peru pilgrimage first. That's why I asked Osborne. But we're going on pilgrimage. This is our first year ever to go into the deserts of Mexico to work with the Wirarica tribe, or Huichol tribe. Apparently, it's more correct to say Wirarica. It's a Native American tribe from Mexico who are like the ancient original peyote workers who they also hold teepee ceremony. Apparently, they play violin in a very weird tuning, and it's kind of lots of dance, lots of hike. Apparently there's a sacrifice. Like these are things I've kind of like vaguely heard about, and I don't really know. And the idea is that it's either a 1-year commitment or a 4-year commitment. So you get your first year for free to decide whether you want to commit or not. But then after the first year, you decide whether you want to, walk down that path with these tribes. I've been to this desert before, but never with the Maracame. The Maracame it's the name of a shaman from the Wirarica tribe. So we're going with a shaman called the Maracame from the Wirarica tribe to go on this vision quest to walk into the desert and work with the medicine of peyote and sing and pray and dance and who knows what. So we have these next couple weeks to rest up for that. And so that's kind of the phase of life that we're in. So I feel like the Chakra meditation course is really perfect for us as well, to really focus on our meditation practice and while resting up and charging up for this pilgrimage to come. Mm-hmm. So that's kind of our flow. Yeah, Carrie, we'll definitely hit you up about details for future planning. But I think that's pretty much it for us for this call. The most important takeaways is to get into that school platform with the link in the notes. I'll also be broadcasting these links out into the interwebs. But to join that WhatsApp group, which kind of supports the school community, the circle, and to join the circle. Those are the good steps. And then start working your way through the meditation course. And then we'll meet again next week and hear how things are going. Yeah.
Jaquel, live. Thank you.
Does anybody have any questions about anything? Does that feel clear? I mean, most importantly is just click those links and everything should be clear. But do we feel good? Feel free to unmute if you do have a question or write it in chat.
I have a question.
Oh, great. Go ahead, Geraldine.
Sorry, my camera's off. But I have a question. So the calls are always Fridays the same time?
That's right. For
this period.
For the foreseeable future. We can play with it.
Yeah, that's what I mean. For the course.
We've been doing this for a little while and it seems like it's a good time. Also, we'll put the recordings of this up in Zoom. So if you ever miss a call but want to hear what happened and check in, you're always welcome to listen to it.
Perfect. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thanks for being here. Well, the links will be there after the meeting's over. I'm not sure actually how that works. I would imagine if you, I know how that works on Zoom.
Yeah, if you listen to the recording.
But once the call ends, to get the recording, you need to be in the circle. But I will be broadcasting the links through the WhatsApp community, which broadcasts to several hundred people, our newsletter and our Instagram account. So it should be very easy to find those links if you are not able to copy paste them right now. By the way, one more thing, the Circle platform has an app for your phone. This is actually one of the things I really, really like about it, is it's an app. So you can just click the button on your phone, and since this is a audio led meditation course, I think going through your phone is actually really the best way to get the recordings, because it's, our earbuds are all paired with our phones, and you can, find a comfortable place really easy and don't have to lug around a laptop. So
do we have then a WhatsApp group for the Circle?
Yeah, yeah, which is linked in the notes in the chat. Yeah.
Maybe put that in the one more time.
Okay, I'll post it again.
Because after we get off this call, then I don't know how else you can get back to it.
Here's the WhatsApp group. And here is the Circle. So those are our 2 links.
And if for some reason you missed this, just send one of us a message on WhatsApp and we'll get you onto these platforms.
Is there any other questions?
I feel like it's the start of something new.
Yeah, it is.
Even though it's not totally new, it kind of is. It feels very exciting to have like just new beginnings. But then again, the first song that we sang is the Circle with no beginning and no end. So I really like this concept too of like we're just going to continue, the work in all these different ways, and people will come in and out of the circle, but it's still creating, family, tribe, communication, connection, and ongoing work together, which I think is so nice, because one of the things we love about our life really is that is that it's family, and everyone, it's like we go on pilgrimage and suddenly we're all there together, and we have some live gatherings here at home and it happens, or it's just amazing to me. I feel just so blessed that we have such a connected family, and that we find new ways and different ways to stay connected. So I look forward to this being one way that we can maintain these, our current state, current, clear, and connected. So let's close our space down for the moment. Feel free to close your eyes again if you'd like, and just giving thanks to our community, this collective, the way in which we come together, choosing in favor of ourselves, our own spiritual growth, our own connection to spirit, our soul's journey, our soul's transformation by coming together in community and allowing ourselves to be seen, to be heard, allowing ourselves to be felt by our community, and bringing our own healing into the circle, knowing that as we start to heal and evolve our own personal space, that it does affect the whole, and everything that we do, say, think, and feel is having an impact on one another. So may this circle become an intimate space for us to be able to impact one another, to be able to support one another, and to be able to distribute the gifts, the passions that we each have. And may in this process, in this moment, the chakras be a beautiful tool and a guide for us in the work from the first chakra at the base of the spine all the way to the crown. May we see ourselves aligned, full, whole, satiated, and in alignment with Great Spirit and one another. We bow our heads to this work. We bow our heads to each other. We bow our heads to community. And we thank you for being our family. Thank you for allowing us to create space with you together. May we rise together in community. So much love to each of you. So much love for this moment. So much gratitude. Thank you, loves.
Oh, yay.
Yeah.
See you guys next Friday.
Yeah.
You're also welcome to, we'll stick around for a bit if anybody has anything they want to share with us directly, and you're welcome to unmute and say goodbye before you sign off or hang around and chat, up to you.
Mm.